YouTube? It's HollaAtTWD. We're back at it again with another episode of HollaAtTWD. We just had the episode The Whale, Introduction to the Kingdom. Some new characters we've seen in this episode is King Ezekiel.
We got Santa right here.
Yeah, I seen The Talking Dead, and King Ezekiel is bald-headed, but he got dreads in the show, I guess. Whatever. So, anyway, spoiler alerts, we're reviewing the episode. So, if you haven't watched the episode, don't watch this. Come back and watch it later. See what you think about our reviews, what we thought, or reviews about what we thought happened in the video. So, to start off the episode, guys from the kingdom that rescued them, they were fighting zombies, right? You want to tell them what happened?
Basically, they were fighting the zombies, and it showed that Carol was delirious. She was out of it. She was just kind of being taken care of by Morgan. And what happened was zombies sort of ambushed them. It just showed it from Carol's perspective. What happened was, next thing she knows is she's on the ground. She's falling over. She's on the ground. She's looking around. It's kind of weird how like it showed her perspective. It's like she was seeing the zombies as who they were before. It kept flashing back and forth, like as they were killing the zombies, riding by on horses and like smashing their heads and stuff. It like flashed, showing that they were real people. So I think Carol's kind of going through. She's always going through something, and she's a very, very weird type of character, and she's kind of having a battle between what is and isn't real, and that's kind of what when she was in the kingdom, she was saying this is not real. Like it's like she wants to believe. Because she's believed in something like that before, what she said, with the whole place they were at before. What's it called? When they were
Alexandria.
Yeah, Alexandria. Like she believed that they could be safe, and it's like she's scared to believe that again because she knows.
I think with her hallucinating, I think that was a war in her mind that like Morgan put there, that you're not supposed to kill people. So now she feels like she's killed so many people and so many zombies that they're one and the same. So when she's hallucinating between zombie and person, that's kind of the war that she's having inside of her head. That they're all the same. Like she has to kill. That's how she feels in this world that she lives in. She has to kill whether you're a person or a zombie. So, yeah.
That's pretty damn good. That's good.
Okay, so they walk into the kingdom, and Morgan is helping her in a wheelchair to go meet King Ezekiel, and they're going through the kingdom, and you see like where they're having like school sessions. What else? They have gardens, vegetables, and fruits and things like that. So it's really identical of how the prison, when they started to bring people in, they had a school for the kids. They also had vegetation, so they were growing stuff before the governor was like, nah, fam, y'all gotta go. You feel me? So, the kingdom is what I guess the prison could have been if the governor never, if what was her name? Andrea killed him when she was supposed to. That the kingdom is what the prison could have been. So, how do you feel about when she met King Ezekiel?
I feel like it was obvious that she, at least to the people who know Carol and her character, that she was just kind of playing along, which I thought King Ezekiel sort of believed at first, because, like, she's small, fragile looking female, she's older looking, so it's like you don't expect much, and that's what she plays on, is that you don't expect much. But at the same time, you could keep on seeing there was like a sort of slight challenge in between them, and the dialogue they kept having, and like, King Ezekiel kept trying to give her, so that she would just take, and so she would like be obligated to work and like help them, and she kept on refusing and being like, no, all I need is a hairbrush, all I need is rest, just let me rest. And it's kind of like King Ezekiel was like, no, we're here to help you, and she was still refusing help, which shows that she just wanted to be alone, which is where we're at now. Yeah.
So Carol, anybody who's followed Carol's character, they know she has multiple personalities that she puts on, or facades that she portrays to certain people. For example, because we all know Carol, when The Walking Dead started, she was like a punching bag for her husband and some weak person, and one day she just snapped and started dumping on people. But so she portrayed the character when she became the wolf. She walked around like the wolf, just to kill the other wolves. When her and Maggie were captured by the saviors, she did the hyperventilating, like, thing, to like throw them off. She goes into these characters to get her through whatever situation she's in. I know that when they first got into Alexandria, she played the Mother Teresa role, like she cooked the cookies and stuff, and like this role that we know clearly Carol is not. So when she met King Ezekiel, obviously she just put one of those personalities on to wherever she stood to accomplish, just to throw him off or just to not let him in on what her true intent was. So I mean, that's what I feel about her meeting with King Ezekiel.
I feel like I think she might start to grow on King Ezekiel and like start to open up more, because King Ezekiel opened up to her heavy. Like, that kind of threw me off. I was like, well, this man's... I myself was kind of questioning if he was telling the truth or not. But I think it's the truth. He seems like an honest guy. We'll see as episodes go on. But I think because Carol, she looked at him, she was astonished at his honesty and the way that he was talking when they had just met. She was like, why are you doing this? Like, it blew her away, as you can see in her expression. She was like taken back. So she's not gonna want to leave. That's how I feel. And they're gonna just keep, I think, giving her a hand and saying, listen, we're here. And I feel like in the coming episodes, either here's what I think is gonna happen. Can I go ahead and predict it?
I mean, you can.
I feel like they're gonna keep going to her, and she's gonna end up about to go ahead and move in with and like stay with them. But I feel like something's gonna happen with what's that enemy's name?
The saviors.
The saviors are gonna come in, or she's gonna figure out more about what's going on with them, and.
So yeah, Carol basically thinks the kingdom is an example of something that can't happen in the times they're living in with the zombie apocalypse. So she doesn't really believe in what's going on. But we're gonna jump forward a little bit to a part in the episode where King Ezekiel took Morgan out with some of the other residents of the kingdom to round up pigs. And what they were doing is they had pigs eating dead bodies. And as soon as I seen it, I was like, if y'all watched the episode, our review for last episode, or maybe our prediction blog, I don't remember which one it was in, but I said, like, we didn't know if Negan knew about the kingdom. Now we know that Negan knows about the kingdom, because clearly they're giving food to the saviors. So basically, they feed the pig the rotten flesh, so it's kind of like the Bob, it's a Bob syndrome, or Bob method of fighting back with the saviors. So they have the pigs eat the dead flesh, then they take the pigs and give them to the saviors when they arrive for their pickup of their Negan stuff. So how did you feel about the altercation that transpired?
When they started fighting?
Yeah.
I thought that it was about to be like shooting. I thought that they were gonna like at that moment choose, you know what, screw it, we're gonna fight back. But it was smart what King Ezekiel did. He was like, no, put your weapons down. And so they're not gonna expect the kingdom to be the ones hurting them. When he told his men, just sit there, take it. Like, he's saying, don't fight. That's showing them that they don't want to fight. When in reality, they're giving them food that's going to poison them and kill them from the inside. And they're never going to suspect it was them. Because King Ezekiel is this guy that you would look at, and the way he acts and carries himself is you wouldn't expect to do something like that. But he knows what he's doing. As
far as our core group, the only people we've seen in this episode were Morgan and Carol, unfortunately. So yeah, we'll fast forward past that part, because I think what happened next is Morgan was teaching one of King Ezekiel's what's the word to call it, like understudies.
Proteges.
Yeah. So
like
he told Morgan to teach him how to use the stick and all of this other stuff. So Morgan is probably gonna play a good role in the kingdom, like a big role as far as a character inside of the kingdom. And they went to a montage of him, showing him how to use the stick. But meanwhile, Carol, she sneaks past the little people of the kingdom. She steals a knife and also a bar of chocolate because her and King Ezekiel, she told King Ezekiel that she doesn't eat pomegranate but put chocolate in front of her. So I think that was just a kind of like reference back to the beginning of the episode. But I thought she was going to run away. I'm pretty sure when we seen her pick up the knife, she was on her way out. So later on, Morgan goes to her room and she's not there. And then it shows her speaking to King Ezekiel. Do you want to tell them about that conversation? Where she spoke to King Ezekiel at the end of the episode.
Carol, she's well on her way. Like she started packing up everything. She started getting her clothes. She started stealing clothes. She started getting the whole episode. That's what she's doing until this conversation she's having. And it's crazy how she really starts to question it because King Ezekiel was extremely straightforward. We haven't seen a character this straightforward since the very beginning, have we? At The Walking Dead. I can't. No one's. It's always a mind game. It's always
Merle told you he hated you.
That's true. But this guy, it's kind of he's a good Merle. He's just telling you and he seems to be nothing but positive to those who he wants to help, which is very different to see in The Walking Dead because it's always a mind game. But anyway, it shows the hope that Carol wants to have. She wants to feel that way again because you gotta have it. You gotta have hope to continue in the world. In The Walking Dead, you gotta have something, and that's what she's trying to find. What she is normal, what feels normal to her, and she was stuck out and by herself for a long time, and so that's what she knows at this point. And she wants to go back to where she feels in control, is what I think, and she wants to be away from the craziness of the illusion of they're safe when she knows that's just not true.
I think flashback to when the altercation happened between the Saviors and the food delivery people of the kingdom. When they were on their way to go round up the pigs, King Ezekiel told Morgan, he said, bring your gun when they went out. So Morgan brought his gun. And so when the altercation happened between him and the Saviors, Morgan pulled his gun out before he pulled his stick out. So maybe we can see Morgan, crossing a barrier. Because even at the end of the episode, when Carol was about to leave, Carol had Morgan's stick as part of her arsenal that she was going to leave with. So we could probably be seeing a role switch between Carol and her illusions of killing people and zombies that I referenced earlier, and Morgan going back to where he was when, he's not going to be that crazy. But
I think you're definitely on a line because Morgan said to the kid who he didn't even want to give the book to the kid because I think at this point
what the book was.
Okay, the book was if you've seen the episodes or where Morgan has this process and he undergoes this ideology of not wanting to kill things, that this book is where he got the information from, where it's the philosophy of, I forgot what the name of the book was itself, but it pretty much is saying to all life is precious, respect all life, and that's what got him on the path of let me not kill anything, and it's also what almost got Carol to die, and that's why when he shot the guy to save Carol, I think that's when it snapped in his head, it's sometimes you do have to kill somebody. You have to kill somebody to save those who you know are good. And so I think at that moment he realized, I'm changing my mind. There are times you need to kill. And that's why he hesitated and didn't want to give the book to that kid who's the protege because he's like, maybe this isn't right. And he told the kid, you can change your mind about things. And he told him you got to find your own path. And so I firmly believe that we're going to see Morgan killing people again. Yeah, when the time is right, when he needs to.
Yeah, and he took some offense when the altercation happened between the kingdom and the Saviors. when they said, "Oh, that's another group," and he said, "I know who they are." So he knows, and he has some type of vendetta already built towards the Saviors. So yeah,
definitely.
y'all just like stay tuned. That was a recap of, we didn't hit all the points. You can go through and watch the episode, but those are just some key points we spoke about and our personal views on those. So stay tuned. The prediction blog is coming soon. Yeah, and next episode is called The Sale. They got your boy Daryl. It's about to be a wrap for him. I don't think this is gonna be better than season 6, but we'll get to that later. So yeah, y'all like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what y'all feel about Carol trying to leave. Tell us what you think about Shiva. Is that a good idea? Yeah. Tell us what you think about King Ezekiel, and do you expect Morgan to stay on this goody two-shoes trail that he's been on?
Definitely not.
Yeah, so y'all like, comment, subscribe. More videos coming soon. We'll see y'all later.
Peace.